Let's move on to the next spot, and that is Baltimore Ravens at Detroit Lions, Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. On most of these games, I write down the pertinent injuries, but there are a few teams here where the injury list is so long that I have in quotation marks pull up the injury report. The Ravens are one of those teams. Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. We have Baltimore opening up as 7.5-point favorites. There's been a 3-cent move at Pinnacle. Now, a lot of the books have moved it to 8, but let's just focus on what Pinnacle's doing. Just a 3-cent move towards Baltimore. This total opened up at 49. Pinnacle's moved it to 50. All the rest of the books are at 49.5. Mark my words, the rest of the books will follow what Pinnacle is doing. Then we go to the cash flow in this spot. And we have 6,115 tickets in. 68% of the tickets are on the Ravens and 85% of the cash are on the Ravens. We don't have the money up for some reason, but we have 51% of the tickets on the under. So, I'll just have to keep an eye on that, and I'll let you guys know during my own show in the mornings. Okay, Ravens are coming off a giant 36-35 win at home over the Chiefs on the Sunday nighter. When they punted to Kansas City down 35-24 with 3:24 left in the third, the Chiefs had a 91.6% win probability. Lamar Jackson 0 for 3 lifetime against the Chiefs. He gets to exercise those demons. He was 18 for 26 for 239 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He also ran 16 times for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. And look, I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan, and I don't care about what I saw on Sunday night. I don't believe in this football team, and I don't know what to do with the Chiefs right now. That's more of a question mark. But the Ravens will be a fun betting team to figure out as we move forward, but I don't think that they're in line for something special this year. It was Jackson's 9th career 100-yard rushing game. That's tied with Michael Vick for most by a quarterback. Ground attack puts up 251 yards. Can you imagine that? With the injuries they had to start the season at the running back position, that they still can easily put up 251 yards. 41 consecutive games with at least 100 yards. That's 2 games away from tying Pittsburgh's record of 43. That was in 1974 to 77. Tyson Williams ran 13 times for 77 yards. He looked really good. Marquise Brown looked very dangerous. I was very impressed. 6 catches for 115 yards, 1 touchdown. Mark Andrews, 5 catches for 57 yards. Sammy Watkins, 4 for 44. The defense did not look good, though. 0 sacks on the day. We're easily beaten through the air. And this defense is already ravaged by injuries. Lost safety Deshaun Elliott to a concussion, and nose tackle Brandon Williams to a strained neck. So let's look over this. So we know what happened to start the year. They lose Dobbins, Hill, and Edwards, 3 running backs. They lose Nick Boyle, tight end. They lose Marcus Peters. Then Tyree Phillips, gone, the guard. So then Chris Westry, the cornerback, gone. So since then, Deshaun Elliott, Brandon Williams, defensive tackle. Dalen Hayes, linebackers, questionable. Ronnie Stanley, offensive tackle, questionable. Jimmy Smith, quarterback, questionable. And Derek Wolfe, questionable. Burgundy Bet says, Jimmy, this line is Ravens minus 9.5 at kickoff. The over is in play, fellas. With the poor secondary from the Ravens and the nothing pass rush from the Chiefs, I couldn't believe that I wasn't on the over on Sunday night. Lions are on short rest and preparations after their 35-17 loss to Green Bay on Monday night. They're up 17-14, look poised for a giant upset before the Packers took over in the second half. Goff, 13 of his first 14 passes. He ends up 26 for 36 for 246 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He also runs 4 times for 46 yards. That included a career-long run of 26 yards. He did fumble twice, losing one of them. Hawkinson had another monster game. 8 passes for 66 yards and a touchdown. Cephas, 4 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. DeAndre Swift looked dangerous. He's still got to step it up running the ball, but 8 carries for 37 yards, 4 catches for 41 yards. But, and there's a huge but, the secondary took another massive hit. Now, the Ravens probably won't exploit it too badly. But Okudah ruptures Achilles tendon in week 1. Then they lose their 3rd-round pick out of Syracuse, Melifonwu, on the first series of the second half to a thigh injury. He's out multiple weeks. This Lions team is dealing with a lot of injuries. Dennis Garcia says Baltimore beats Mahomes for the first time Sunday night last second. Now go on the road to face non-divisional foe as flat as can be. The one thing Detroit does do is bring it for 48 minutes of effort, despite lack of talent. So you can tell that Dennis Garcia is leaning towards these Detroit Lions. 8-point dogs, and we've already heard Burgundy Bet say it'll be 9.5 for kickoff. Take it away, Bebsie. Ravens, Lions.
Look, I tend to want to agree with Dennis here. This is a Ravens team coming off an emotional victory, but also this is a Lions team that, as I love that it was for 48 minutes. But yeah, this team, they're fighting. They're believing in. I did not think that they would believe in Dan Campbell's bullshit. When I saw that presser, his first presser, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a nightmare in Detroit. But I'm seeing some fight from these guys. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for Detroit. How can you not kind of like Detroit? They're like a lost, abandoned, beaten puppy. So I understand why you would lean towards taking them, especially given the laundry list of injuries and the uncertainty, Jimmy, your uncertainty, and a lot of people's uncertainty about the Baltimore Ravens. Now, what I do like in this game is I do like the over. This screams over to me, and I think this is probably going to be my first spot here. And a lot of it has to do with serious injuries to both secondaries right now. So, look, when I look deeper into past props on the weekend, I think I might look at overs for both of these quarterbacks who don't historically put up a shit ton of numbers. But this is a good spot for it, and I don't know. I really think the over is in play here.
Over makes a ton of sense, and the Lions make a ton of sense. The key here is to wait. God, it's so hard for me to even say it. But to wait and show discipline here. Wait, just like Burgundy Bet says. But don't wait on the over.
I'm not waiting on the over. I'm gonna make that my first action this week. And I'm not going to wait on betting Detroit because I can't bet Detroit. But I get why you are. And I need to – that's something as a capper I need to get around, but it's so hard for me to back the Detroit Lions in any scenario.
I think this is the perfect scenario. And look, the success I've had at over 2 weeks does not mean much. It's a good start. We'll see if it carries through. But the thing that Peter Loshak always instilled with us is to listen. And, so many guys in the chat. I mean, we got 82 people live here, and so many of them are respected cappers that I've worked with for 4 years. And I listen. And when Dennis Garcia says that, I agree completely. He's absolutely right. And I know there's more of an exclamation point on that idea in college, when a team has this monster victory than the week after, but it still exists with the adults in the NFL. I'm going to bet the Lions, and I'm going to wait. And the over should be bet right now, and Bebsie is going to do it. So let's line chop for him on this over. I'm not sure. The big pass plays the Ravens are going to get are going to be when they think Lamar Jackson's going to run, and he's in trouble, and he's almost going to run, and then he just flings it last second. It's not going to be a set pass play, I imagine. But now you keep hurting that Lions secondary, and this is what happens. Overs. And Goff looked great. And like everybody's saying in the chat, the Lions are fighting. They don't have that fucking dummy sitting on the sidelines with a pencil in his ear and looking like he just rolled out of a fucking Pancake House. Let's go. I'm going to give you the total right now here on the Baltimore Ravens Detroit Lions. I don't know why Pancake House came out. I mean, that's a.
I was gonna shit on you for saying it, and then I let you. And I'm glad you checked yourself there.
The Panacook. Yeah, that's a restaurant we have up here, the Pancake House, and yeah. I always would say, when I'd go with I'd be like, this is my sister's first Panacook, and she's so excited to be here right now. And then the women would always say, oh, it's Panacook. And I go, yeah, it's her first Panacook, and we couldn't be more proud of her. Okay, let's lock this down for you. The over 49.5 at minus 108 at Heritage. Over 49.5 minus 108 at Heritage. And I will join you. I am coming in. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to wait on the lines. Guillermo Zertucci in the house. Leon, and Dennis Trusty says, Jimmy like a lion stalking his prey. I like it. Whack Prescott saying golf playing with house money. I like this look. Okay, let's move on.